Hi Anna, so I am ready for your reading. This is your urgent reading. Thank you so much for your purchase, and we're going to go ahead and begin. It says here, about a month ago I met this guy, his name is Muse. There was an instant connection, and from the start he told me he was in a relationship with someone and was just looking for a friendship. We started messaging every day, and even though I live in Spain and he lives in the UK, it has been really nice, but a little intense at times. It's like we have met each other for years, even if it's only been a month. He'd been telling me his relationship wasn't okay, but since he has a son, wants to be a good father and stay in the relationship. He also told me he was afraid that we both developed feelings for each other at some point. Nevertheless, we continued talking. Yesterday, because of work, we were at Amsterdam and decided to meet. We were intimate. Afterwards, we had a talk and revealed he had dated his partner for just a few months when she became pregnant, and he decided to continue the relationship without being sure of his feelings for her. He said he felt guilty because he hadn't done this before. Be intimate with someone else while having a partner. By the way, this was the first for me as well. I felt super guilty. He also told me he wants us to remain friends, and that if he were single, he wouldn't give it a second thought and be with me. The thing is, I don't know if he's lying about everything of it, if he's being true about his thoughts and feelings towards me. I don't know if I should label myself crazy, because in a month I have felt what I haven't felt before with someone. I need some help and guidance. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. I'm going to do the relationship analysis reading, which is a perfect choice for this. So let's go ahead and open your cards. So I'm going to start here with opening the cards. Praying to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I pray to you for protection in the name of God and the angels, that I'm able to see clearly in this reading for Anna and Muse. Archangel Raziel, I pray that you provide me with vision and clarity so I can see clearly in this moment. So it is, and so shall it be. Amen. And we're focusing on your energy and his energy in this moment to see what messages come through. Okay. Okay, first card is, oh my gosh, I got the same card just for another client, Sephros Green Quartz. And this is all about you being, just going with the flow right now and not being afraid that, to move forward. This is a card that represents that there's better times ahead, even though right now or in the recent past, things haven't been that way. So it's definitely showing that things will improve and that things will get better in the future. Is basically the message with that card. The next card I have is the Summer card. It says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So this is talking about summer energy, which I don't know where, I'm not good with geography and weather. So I don't know when the summer will be in your area, if it's the same here as the US, but I do see that in the summertime, there is going to be some sort of improvements for you. And then I got the Coffin energy, which is like an ending of a situation and a huge transformation and change. And I have number 37, which is the pig. And the pig represents some sort of luxury, gain, success. So there's going to be an ending, and that ending is going to bring a success. So maybe by you ending this cycle or this relationship with him in the romantic part, is going to actually turn around and bring you some sort of luck. We'll see more in depth now in the cards, but definitely seeing that here. You know, there's going to be a shift in the energy. There's going to be a change in the energy here, is what I'm getting with this. So there's going to be a huge transformation coming forward, okay? All right, let's go ahead and shuffle the tarot, concentrating on your energy here. And his energy. Muse and Anna. What is the energy between them to bring clarity to this relationship? All right. So let's look at the first card, and it's your situation. The situation is the Chariot. So the Chariot talks about movement, and it's a card of progress. It's a card of action. So I definitely see that even though he may say what he says, I do see that this relationship will continue to move forward. Even if it's not on a serious level, I do see the connection is still going to be moving forward. And the conversations and the connection and the traveling, even to see each other, like I do see it coming forward. I do see it moving in that direction. Okay, you in the partnership, 10 of Swords. You feel really heartbroken right now because he wants to just be a friend and not more, and he doesn't want to do more, and that is your biggest painful situation. I feel like you feel very down about that and very sad about that. And again, 10 of Swords to me is an ending of a cycle, an ending of a situation. So that's what we're getting with this card. It's definitely showing an ending to a painful energy, and you feel like you're not happy and that things are not where you want them to be. It's just been a lot for you, okay? For him, I've got the Devil, and I feel like he isn't being completely transparent with you. Like, yes, I agree with you in the sense where you said that you feel he may be lying to you. I do agree with that. I think he's not being completely honest, and there is some sort of dishonesty here. I got the Child is one of the things that he's using to be the excuse or to be the reason as to his lies and things of that nature. And I also have the card of the Birds. So I feel like he lies, and he says that, he says that he lies, and I'm definitely picking up that energy of like moving forward and, conversation, and him. I think you're not the first one that he's done this with. I feel like he's just someone who can't be in a monogamous relationship. He's just that has been that way in the past, is what I'm getting with this. So he's someone that maybe is used to that kind of energy, that kind of vibe, is what we're getting with that. Number 4 is, where does the partnership come from? And I got the 8 of Wands. So I feel like, yes, there is a connection here, and that things really moved in a very fast pace. Things progressed very quickly here between you and between him in a very fast pace. And the chemistry is there. So he is very honest with his chemistry, and the way he feels about you is not a lie. I feel the part that he's not being honest about is the woman that he's with and the child, and that it isn't that you are not his first person that he's been with on a, extramarital or extra, affair, relationship kind of thing, is what I'm getting. You're not the first one. It's not like you're the first one, is what I'm getting. Like, it's something that has happened in the past, is what we're seeing with this card. The next card is where does this partnership come from? I think we already did that one. Where is the partnership going? We have an adjustment. So we do have an adjustment coming. This is the Justice card. And this deck is number 8. So there's a change. There's an adjustment coming. I'm going to ask what it is or how does it look. And I got the snake. So there is an adjustment coming, but I still feel like he's not going to want a serious commitment. I feel the snake energy to me is very deceitful, and it's very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Deception, deceitful, disappointing, things of that nature. So it's going to be a relationship, a situation where, you know, the adjustment is that he's going to still want to continue to see you as a friend, but in reality it's more than that, and he doesn't want the commitment, and he doesn't want to take liability for it. And at the same time, you're getting hurt because you do have very, very, very strong feelings for him in a very serious level. And so he is just not wanting that commitment because of the child. The child, that is true. The child is the main reason he's staying, but he's stuck. So it's kind of like one of those things where he cannot get out of that relationship, and it's because he has that commitment. That child is involved. So that is not a lie, but I feel like the part of that is kind of like a devil energy, which is like deceitful and things like that, is that he just didn't stop himself from moving forward with you, and he continued the friendship. And why is he looking for friendship when he's married or he has a child with a woman and he's in a serious commitment? He shouldn't be looking for friendship from the beginning, right? That's kind of like playing with fire. So even if he isn't the type of person that tends to do this stuff, even if he's never done it, you never want to play with fire because you can get burned, right? It's like, for example, I'm married, right? And I start like, I'm going to go make friends, you know, and I'm married. Why would I want to go make guy friends or male friends if I'm married? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I'm not that type of person, but you know, temptation's out there, and you go out and you meet someone and you think they're attractive. There could be a chemistry there, and that could fall into a really bad rabbit hole, as they say, into a very bad situation. So it's not good at all, even if you are not that type of person, to kind of fall in that direction. So, or have those tendencies or those patterns. It can happen to anyone. Okay, I'm not, you know, I think that an affair is something that can happen to anyone when they're not happy. And I think that's the biggest problem. He is accurate when he says that he's not happy with that woman. I feel it in the cards. The cards are showing it. The part that I feel deceitful is that he's not stopping himself from seeing you and being more than friends with you, and is wanting more than a friendship with you, and doesn't want the liability, doesn't want the commitment, doesn't, you know what I mean? And he doesn't want to leave this woman. So I feel like that is accurate. I do feel like he doesn't want to leave her, and it's because of that child. Okay. Has he done this before with other women besides you? Yes, he has. I think I addressed that in the earlier parts here. He has done this before, so it's not like his first time. You know what I mean? Even if he says it isn't. Your expectations are the 9 of Pentacles. You really, really want this relationship to work out. Okay. Your fears are that he continues to be with the past. 6 of Cups, that he continues to be with this woman and not let her go. That is your fear. Your fear. And what do you contribute to the partnership? And it is the Empress. And you really, really, you know, want more than a friendship with him. And that is what you contribute. Let's see. Where do you contribute? What do you lack in the partnership? And it is the 2 of Pentacles. And it could be the stability. There's no stability. And it's because, not just because, it's not because of you, it's because of him. So it's the stability, right? and it's not your thing. There are moments where you feel like you don't want this guy to call you ever again, and then there are moments where you feel like he isn't being honest. Okay, the fear of your partner is or the expectation of your partner is the Page of Swords, and it's to continue to watch you, to continue. See, there's a little bit of a dark energy around this card, isn't there? So his intentions are not clean. I feel like he doesn't have the best intentions with you in particular. I think that his intention is, like take advantage in a way, like, yes, I don't want to be with you, but I'm with you, kind of thing, and doesn't mind or doesn't care about your feelings, that you do have feelings, and that you're not, you feel as a person, you're a person. So the fear of him is the Nine of Cups, and is that you're going to fall in love and want more, want a marriage, want a commitment. That's his fear. What does the other contribute? What does he contribute to the partnership? Not much. It's a burden. 10 of Wands. So this shows a huge burden. It shows a lot of anguish, pain, like he doesn't contribute good energy, obviously. What does the other lack in the partnership? What is he or she not contributing? And I got the Ace of Cups. So this is showing that he's not contributing. What is he lacking? He's lacking the commitment part and the desire to really be honest and be honest with himself. If he's not happy in that relationship, move on. I mean, I feel like sometimes, and I know it's hard when you have a child. I have a child myself, and it's hard. But if you're not happy in a relationship, you can't sacrifice your happiness, right? Either forever. So it's kind of like, it's something that he really has to have a serious conversation with himself and ask himself, what am I going to do? Like, am I really going to stay stuck in this relationship forever because of this child? Because I have a child with her, or am I really going to man up, be responsible for my child, because he can continue to be a great father and not have a relationship with the mom, So I feel like that's where he's lacking. So I'm going to ask the cards if Muse is going to commit to you. Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. He wants to, but I feel like when he first started the relationship, he was not at all wanting anything. But as days went by and time went by, your friendship grew into something more. And there's where, I feel like the error from his part is, I feel like this, to be honest with you, Anna, I don't feel this is going to go anywhere. I don't think this relationship is going to move forward with you and him. I'm going to ask, is him and his partner going to separate? Yes. 5 of Cups shows that eventually will separate. Now, if he separates from her, there may be a likelihood that he'll look for you again towards the ending of the year. So if you break up with him right now, there's a big likelihood that you and him will have a commitment of some aspect. And then a relationship, and things will maybe kind of deepen in a good way. But I feel like as long as he has that woman, it's not going to move forward. I also feel like he tends to have this mindset or this way of being. So it's not like it's the first time he's done this with a woman. Like, he tends to have these tendencies of not being honest. And that's what I'm feeling, okay? Will Muse and Anna come into a commitment? 9 of Wands. So I'm getting a no. Okay, there's a lot of obstacles in this situation, in this relationship. And it has to do with his situation with the child and the woman that he's with and all that. So I feel like he hasn't been sincere. I do feel him having a change of heart towards the ending of the year with you. So don't be surprised if you let him go and then he reappears again in the timing of the ending of the year. So don't be surprised, is what I'm seeing. Okay? So yeah, that is what I am picking up from this reading. Let's look at the underlying cards. And I have the Five of Swords. So again, this is a card of defeat, a card of conflicts and disagreements, a card of feeling cheated on, which is kind of how you feel. So it is showing that he isn't being the best. I got carnelian in the bottom of the crystals. Let me read that one. Crystal carnelian is number 14. Number 14 is connected with the Temperance card in the tarot. So there is balance coming to you in anyways. Like, even though this is in the way, I do see balance coming. I have increased confidence, dignity, poise, and self-assurance. Rising above the fray is much easier when you feel confident. So there is confidence. You're going to feel more confident, even though right now you don't. You are going to feel better. And it may be around a holiday timing. So any upcoming holiday, just keep an eye on how things are going, because there's going to be a change, a significant change around that time. And then there's the Sun, which is all about light, happiness, joy, fulfillment, clarity. All right, I'm going to do a 9-card spread here really quick. And I got the card of the Judgment, the card of the Garden letter. There's going to be a conversation that you're going to have with him in public, possibly. And there may be an indecision about that conversation. And there is going to be some sort of improvements coming up here. And then I have the card of the Fish and the Bouquet. So you're going to have some happiness coming, because you have the bouquet here, the Fish and the Stork. So there is some sort of improvements coming for you in your life. And there's going to be a trip, the ship. We have the railroad, and we have a man. So it may be that you'll see him here again. There may be an upcoming trip coming up here for you in the future, and you're going to feel it's kind of like you're going to feel better. So there is an upcoming trip coming up here for you, is what I'm seeing. All right. And that you may connect with him again. He may have a change of heart, because I do feel he's going to have problems with this woman. And it's going to happen in a fire sign, Knight of Wands. So it could be in Leo or Sagittarius. Yeah, he may end up leaving her, 8 of Cups. He may end up leaving her for the last part of the year, so the last 3 months. He may end up leaving her, and there's where he's going to want to connect with you. Will he have good intentions when he comes back? It says to take it with a grain of salt when he comes back, and to take it one step at a time and not fully engage with him. Just make it very difficult for him, and he may come up in a more serious light, in a more serious commitment in the future, is what I'm seeing. Okay, but it's going to take time. It's not going to be something that you will be able to I would recommend not jumping into it right away when he comes back, in that note, in that mind, in that heart capacity. Even if he says he's serious, give him a hard time, make him suffer, because you don't want to be played with, right? You don't want him to take advantage at all of you, and you don't deserve that. So definitely I would do that. But there is potential if he leaves that woman, and if he changes his heart, which I do feel a possible change of heart at the ending of the year. Okay, so I hope this reading brought you lots of clarity. I would recommend working with Saint Barbara. Saint Barbara is great for like when there's triangular relationships and other people involved in the relationship, so you may want to work with her. Archangel Raguel is very good for harmonizing and bringing in harmony, restoring harmony, things of that nature. He is very good So yeah, that's what I would recommend. So that is what I am seeing here. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and it brought you lots of light. Angel blessings. And if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Big hugs.